Hello, dear friends. It's wonderful to have you here with me once again. Welcome to another soothing journey through time, where we'll explore the captivating tales of ancient Egypt. If you'd like to support our nightly adventures, please consider visiting my Patreon, where you'll find a Spotify playlist of all our historical lullabies. Tonight, we'll be delving into the extraordinary life of one of Egypt's most renowned pharaohs, Ramesses II, also known as Ramesses the Great. As we prepare to embark on this mesmerizing journey, I invite you to make yourself comfortable. Find a cozy spot, perhaps nestled in your favorite blanket, or resting your head on a soft pillow. Take a deep, calming breath, allowing the stresses of the day to melt away with each exhale. Feel your body becoming heavier, sinking deeper into relaxation as we transport ourselves to the golden sands of ancient Egypt. Imagine yourself standing on the banks of the Great Nile River, the lifeblood of this ancient civilization. The warm desert breeze caresses your skin as you gaze upon the magnificent city of Ramesses, the grand capital built by our protagonist. The air is filled with the subtle scent of lotus flowers and the distant echoes of bustling markets. In the coming hours, we'll explore the life of Ramesses II, from his early years as a young prince to his ascension as one of Egypt's most powerful and long-reigning pharaohs. We'll discover his grand building projects, his military campaigns, and the lasting legacy he left on the sands of time. So close your eyes, relax your mind, and let the whispers of history lull you into a peaceful slumber as we begin our journey through the life of Ramesses the Great. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves in the ancient forests of Egypt, the gentle flow of the Nile River, and the warm, golden sunlight bathing the land. In this serene setting, we begin our journey into the early life and ascension to the throne of one of Egypt's most illustrious pharaohs, Ramesses II, often known as Ramesses the Great. Born in the 13th century BCE, around 1303 BC, Ramesses II entered the world as the son of Pharaoh Seti I and Queen Tuya. His birth name, Ramesses, meaning born of Ra, reflected his divine heritage, as the pharaoh was seen as the living representative of the gods on earth. This connection to the divine was a common practice among Egyptian royalty, emphasizing their sacred role. The Egyptians believed that the pharaoh was not just a ruler but also a mediator between the gods and the people, a belief that would shape the governance and culture of ancient Egypt. Ramesses II hailed from a powerful and influential royal lineage. His father, Seti I, was a respected pharaoh who had reunited Upper and Lower Egypt after a period of fragmentation. Seti I's reign was marked by significant military campaigns aimed at reasserting Egyptian control over territories in Palestine and Syria, which had been lost under earlier pharaohs. This legacy of military conquest and territorial expansion would later influence Ramesses II's own military endeavors. Seti I was known for his military prowess and his ability to inspire loyalty among his troops, qualities that Ramesses II would emulate in his own leadership. As a member of the royal family, Ramesses II received a comprehensive education that prepared him for his future role as a pharaoh. His upbringing likely included learning to read and write hieroglyphs, understanding mathematics, history, and religion. He was taught about the responsibilities of a future pharaoh, as it was expected that he would ascend to the throne after his father. The education of a prince was rigorous, involving not only academic subjects, but also training in archery, chariotry, and the arts of war, which were essential for a ruler in ancient Egypt. Ramesses II's early life was marked by his involvement in his father's military campaigns. By the time he was 14 years old, he was already accompanying his father on these expeditions, gaining valuable experience in military leadership and strategy. This early exposure to military life would later serve him well in his own campaigns. The young prince witnessed firsthand the complexities of warfare, including the logistics of moving troops, the importance of supply lines, and the need for strategic alliances. These experiences would shape his approach to governance and military strategy in the years to come. When Seti I was nearing the end of his life, he designated his son Ramesses II as Prince Regent. This move was strategic, as it allowed Seti I to ensure a smooth transition of power and maintain continuity in his military and administrative policies. At around 14 years old, Ramesses II was already being groomed for his future role as pharaoh. This designation not only elevated Ramesses II's status, but also provided him with the opportunity to demonstrate his capabilities as a leader, as he began to take on more responsibilities in the administration of the kingdom. Seti I died in 1279 BC, and Ramesses II, who was then 25 years old, was crowned the pharaoh of Egypt. This ascension marked the beginning of one of the most significant and enduring reigns in Egyptian history. Despite his youth, Ramesses II had already gained extensive experience in military leadership, building projects, and administrative governance. His early experiences would prove invaluable as he faced the challenges of ruling a vast and diverse empire. Upon ascending to the throne, Ramesses II continued his father's military campaigns, focusing on reasserting Egyptian control over territories in Palestine and Syria. He led several military expeditions into these regions, capturing numerous towns and cities. One of his most notable military campaigns was against the Hittites, which lasted for 16 years, before resulting in a peace treaty in 1258 BC. This treaty, known as the Treaty of Kadesh, marked a significant diplomatic achievement for Ramesses II, as it established a lasting peace between Egypt and the Hittite Empire. The treaty was notable not only for its diplomatic significance, but also for the way it was celebrated in Egyptian culture, with inscriptions and monuments commemorating the peace. Ramesses II was also a prolific builder, overseeing numerous construction projects throughout his reign. One of his earliest projects was the establishment of the city of Ramesses in the Nile Delta, which served as Egypt's new capital and the main staging point for his military campaigns in Syria. This city was designed with grandeur, featuring large temples, residences, storehouses, docks, and military facilities. The construction of Ramesses was a monumental undertaking that showcased Ramesses II's vision for a powerful and prosperous Egypt. Ramesses II continued his father's building projects, including the construction of the Temple of Osiris at Abydos, and in addition to the temple at Karnak. He also built a funerary temple for his father at Luxor, and one for himself, showcasing his dedication to honoring his predecessors and ensuring his own legacy. His architectural endeavors were not merely for personal glory, they were also intended to reinforce the divine status of the pharaoh and the importance of the gods in Egyptian society. In Nubia, Ramesses II built at least 6 temples, most famously those at Abu Simbel. The magnificent main temple at Abu Simbel is carved out of a cliffside and features 4 enormous statues of Ramesses II, each 66 feet tall. These statues are carved around the feet with small figures representing Ramesses II's children, Nefertari, and his mother. The temples at Abu Simbel were not only a testament to Ramesses II's power, but also served as a demonstration of his commitment to the gods and the afterlife, reflecting the deep-seated beliefs of the Egyptian people. Ramesses II's personal life was marked by multiple marriages and numerous children. He had around 200 concubines, 96 sons, and 60 daughters, which was a common practice among Egyptian pharaohs. His primary wife, Queen Nefertari, held a special place in his heart and was depicted with him in many monumental inscriptions. Nefertari was known for her beauty and her active role in religious and political affairs, often associated with the goddess Hathor. Their relationship was celebrated in art and literature, symbolizing the ideal partnership between a pharaoh and his queen. In addition to Nefertari, Ramesses II had several other wives, including Queen Isetnofret and Queen Nathor-Nefer. His children played significant roles in Egyptian politics and society. One of his most notable children was Ammonius Her-Khepeshef, who was designated as the crown prince. Another notable child was Merneptah, who succeeded his father as king and is known for the Merneptah stele, an important historical inscription. The legacy of Ramesses II's family extended beyond his reign, influencing the political landscape of Egypt for generations. Ramesses II's early life and ascension to the throne were pivotal moments in his journey to becoming one of the greatest pharaohs in Egyptian history. His upbringing, education, and early involvement in his father's military campaigns prepared him well for his future role. His ascension to the throne at a young age was strategic, ensuring continuity in Egypt's governance and military policies. The extensive building projects and military campaigns he undertook during his reign left a lasting impact on Egyptian civilization, cementing his legacy as Ramesses the Great. As we conclude this chapter, let us reflect on the serene and majestic journey of Ramesses II, from his early life to his ascension to the throne. His story is a testament to the enduring legacy of one of Egypt's most remarkable pharaohs, whose influence continues to be felt to this day. The foundations laid during his early years would not only shape his reign, but also the future of Egypt, as he became a symbol of strength, resilience, and divine authority in the ancient world. In addition to his military and architectural achievements, Ramesses II's early life was also characterized by the rich cultural and religious traditions of ancient Egypt. The young prince was immersed in the religious practices that were central to Egyptian society. He participated in various rituals and ceremonies that honored the gods, reinforcing the belief that the pharaoh was divinely chosen to lead the people. This connection to the divine was not only a personal belief, but also a political tool that Ramesses II would wield throughout his reign. The role of the priesthood was significant during Ramesses II's early years. The priests were powerful figures in society, often acting as intermediaries between the gods and the people. They held considerable influence over the populace and were responsible for maintaining the temples and conducting rituals. Ramesses II understood the importance of aligning himself with the priesthood, as their support was crucial for legitimizing his rule. He often made generous donations to temples and participated in religious festivals, further solidifying his status as a divine ruler. Moreover, the artistic expressions of the time played a vital role in shaping Ramesses II's identity. The young prince was likely exposed to the vibrant art and literature that celebrated the achievements of past pharaohs. This artistic heritage would inspire him to commission grand works that depicted his own accomplishments, ensuring that his legacy would be remembered for generations. The art of ancient Egypt was not merely decorative, it served as a means of communication, conveying messages of power, divinity, and continuity. As Ramesses II prepared to ascend to the throne, he was acutely aware of the expectations placed upon him. The pharaoh was seen as the embodiment of Ma'at, the ancient Egyptian concept of truth, balance, and cosmic order. This belief placed immense responsibility on the shoulders of the ruler, as maintaining Ma'at was essential for the prosperity of the kingdom. Ramesses II's early experiences instilled in him a sense of duty to uphold these principles, guiding his decisions as he navigated the complexities of leadership. In the years leading up to his ascension, Ramesses II also faced challenges that would test his resolve. The political landscape of Egypt was fraught with intrigue, and rival factions often vied for power. As a young prince, he had to navigate these treacherous waters, building alliances and securing loyalty among the nobility. His ability to forge strong relationships with influential figures would prove crucial in solidifying his position as pharaoh. The ascension of Ramesses II to the throne was not merely a personal achievement, it represented a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. His reign would usher in a period of prosperity and cultural flourishing, marked by advancements in art, architecture, and diplomacy. The foundations laid during his early life would serve as a springboard for his ambitious projects and military campaigns, ultimately shaping the trajectory of ancient Egypt for centuries to come. As we reflect on the early life and ascension of Ramesses II, we are reminded of the intricate tapestry of history that surrounds this remarkable figure. His journey from a young prince to a powerful pharaoh is a testament to the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt, a civilization that continues to captivate our imagination and inspire awe. The story of Ramesses II is not just a tale of one man's rise to power, it is a reflection of the values, beliefs, and aspirations of a people who sought to leave their mark on the world. In addition to the military and political aspects of his early life, Ramesses II's formative years were also shaped by the rich tapestry of Egyptian mythology and religion. The young prince was likely educated in the myths surrounding the gods and goddesses of Egypt, such as Osiris, Isis, and Horus. These stories not only provided moral lessons, but also reinforced the idea of the pharaoh as a divine figure, chosen by the gods to rule. This deep understanding of mythology would later influence his own reign, as he sought to align himself with the divine and present himself as a godlike ruler to his people. Furthermore, the significance of the Nile River in Egyptian life cannot be overstated. As a child, Ramesses II would have witnessed the annual flooding of the Nile, which brought fertility to the land and was seen as a gift from the gods. This natural phenomenon was central to the agricultural calendar and the economy of Egypt. The young prince's understanding of the Nile's importance would inform his policies as a ruler, as he sought to ensure the prosperity of his kingdom through effective management of its resources. The early life of Ramesses II was also marked by the influence of his mother, Queen Tuya. As a royal woman, she played a crucial role in the upbringing of her son, instilling in him the values and responsibilities of leadership. Queen Tuya was known for her wisdom and influence, and her guidance would have been instrumental in shaping Ramesses II's character and approach to governance. The bond between mother and son was significant, as it provided Ramesses II with a strong foundation of support as he prepared to take on the mantle of pharaoh. In conclusion, the early life and ascension of Ramesses II were characterized by a confluence of military training, religious education, and familial support. His experiences as a young prince laid the groundwork for a reign that would be marked by monumental achievements and a lasting legacy. As we delve deeper into the life of Ramesses II, we will uncover the complexities of his reign and the enduring impact he had on ancient Egypt and beyond. The story of Ramesses II is not just a chronicle of a powerful ruler. It is a narrative that encapsulates the essence of a civilization that thrived for millennia, leaving an indelible mark on history. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves in an ancient forest, the gentle hum of distant conversations, and the serene flow of a nearby river. Today, we will embark on a tranquil journey through the history of military campaigns and conquests, exploring the art and strategy behind these pivotal moments in human history. Military campaigns and conquests have been a cornerstone of human history, shaping the course of civilizations and empires. From ancient battles to modern-day conflicts, the strategies and tactics employed by military leaders have evolved significantly over time. Let us delve into the intricacies of military campaigns and conquests, exploring the historical context, strategic approaches, and notable examples that have left an indelible mark on the world. Imagine the bustling streets of ancient Rome, where the scent of freshly baked bread mingles with the sounds of merchants haggling over their wares. One of the earliest recorded instances of military conquest dates back to these ancient times, when tribes and city-states battled for control of land and resources. The Roman Empire, under the leadership of figures like Julius Caesar and Hannibal, is renowned for its extensive military campaigns. The Roman military's campaign history is marked by territorial expansion, civil wars, and the subjugation of various regions, including the Iberian Peninsula, Macedon, and the Greek Polis. Picture the vast, sun-drenched plains of Macedonia, where Alexander the Great's conquests spanned from Greece to India. His campaigns were characterized by a series of victories against the Achaemenid Empire, local chieftains, and other regional powers. Alexander's tactics included the use of phalanx formations, lightning-fast marches, and strategic sieges, which allowed him to expand his empire at an unprecedented pace. His ability to adapt to different terrains and his innovative use of combined arms, integrating infantry, cavalry, and siege engines, set a new standard for military strategy. As we move forward in time, imagine the windswept steppes of Mongolia, where the Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan and his successors expanded their territories through a combination of military prowess and strategic alliances. Their tactics included the use of horse-mounted archers, which provided a significant advantage on the battlefield. The Mongols' campaigns extended from Eastern Europe to Japan and Korea, leaving a lasting impact on the political and cultural landscape of Asia. Genghis Khan's ability to unite the Mongolian tribes and implement a meritocratic system within his military ranks allowed for unprecedented coordination and effectiveness in warfare. In modern times, military campaigns have continued to evolve, with technological advancements and changing strategic landscapes. Picture the rolling hills of Europe, where Napoleon Bonaparte's campaigns are a prime example of operational brilliance and strategic maneuvering. His use of the wagon wheel formation, an emphasis on speed, and Schwerpunkt, or concentration of force, allowed him to achieve decisive victories against numerically superior forces. Napoleon's campaigns also highlighted the importance of logistics and supply lines, as he often moved his armies rapidly across vast distances, outpacing his enemies and striking when they were least prepared. One of the most effective strategies in military campaigns is the concentration of force. This involves focusing all available troops on a single area to achieve maximum impact. The Roman legions, for instance, would concentrate their legions around key points to crush enemy forces. This tactic was also employed by Napoleon, who would often concentrate his forces to achieve a decisive victory. The concept of decisive battle became a hallmark of military strategy, where commanders sought to engage the enemy in a way that would lead to a quick and overwhelming victory. Flanking maneuvers involve attacking an enemy from either side or behind. This tactic is often used in modern warfare where armored vehicles are used to protect soldiers while they engage in flanking maneuvers. Alexander the Great famously used flanking maneuvers during his battles, such as the Battle of Gaugamela, where he attacked the Persian army from the side, leading to a significant victory. The element of surprise is crucial in these maneuvers, as it can disrupt the enemy's formation and morale, leading to a swift collapse of their defenses. Psychological warfare involves using propaganda, deception, and other psychological techniques to weaken the morale of enemy forces. This tactic has been used throughout history, including during World War II, when Nazi Germany employed propaganda to spread fear and uncertainty among Allied forces. Hannibal, during his campaigns in Italy, used psychological warfare by spreading rumors and creating fear among the Roman legions, which contributed to his victories. The use of misinformation and the manipulation of public perception have become essential tools in modern military strategy, as they can influence not only the battlefield, but also the home front. Guerrilla warfare involves small groups of fighters waging a surprise attack against larger enemy forces. This tactic has been used by various groups throughout history, including the Viet Cong in Vietnam and the Taliban in Afghanistan. Guerrilla warfare often relies on the element of surprise and the ability to operate in unconventional environments. The success of guerrilla tactics often hinges on the support of the local population, as insurgents blend into civilian life, making it difficult for conventional forces to distinguish between combatants and non-combatants. Let us now explore some notable examples of military campaigns. Picture the rugged terrain of the Iberian Peninsula, where Rome's conflict with the Carthaginians in the Punic Wars led them into expansion in the region of modern-day Spain and Portugal. The Roman conquest of the Iberian Peninsula was marked by a series of battles and sieges, including the Siege of New Carthage, which was a crucial victory for the Romans. The Roman military's ability to adapt to the local terrain and exploit the divisions within the Carthaginian forces contributed to their success in the region. The Punic Wars not only showcased military strategy but also highlighted the importance of naval power, as control of the Mediterranean Sea was vital for trade and military logistics. Imagine the vast expanse of the Persian Empire, where Alexander the Great's campaign against the Achaemenid Empire is one of the most impressive military campaigns in history. His victories at the Battle of the Granicus, Siege of Tyre, and Battle of Gaugamela showcased his tactical genius and strategic thinking. Alexander's ability to inspire his troops and adapt to different environments allowed him to conquer a vast territory that spanned from Greece to India. His campaigns also facilitated the spread of Hellenistic culture, blending Greek and Eastern influences that would shape the region for centuries. Picture the rolling hills and picturesque landscapes of Italy, where Napoleon Bonaparte's Italian campaigns are a testament to his operational brilliance and strategic maneuvering. Despite being strategically outnumbered, Napoleon achieved a series of victories, including the Battle of Ulm and the Battle of Austerlitz. His use of speed, Schwerpunkt, and coherent control allowed him to outmaneuver his opponents and secure decisive victories. Napoleon's campaigns also emphasized the importance of intelligence and reconnaissance, as understanding the enemy's movements and intentions became crucial for success. The consequences of military campaigns are far-reaching and often long-lasting. One of the most significant consequences is the displacement of people from their homes and communities. Military campaigns can result in the loss of life, both on the battlefield and through subsequent violence and persecution. The victorious army may also impose new political systems, religions, or cultural practices upon the conquered population, leading to further disruption and potential conflict. The aftermath of military campaigns often includes the establishment of new borders, the rise and fall of empires, and the reshaping of cultural identities. As we conclude our journey through the history of military campaigns and conquests, let us reflect on the profound impact these events have had on the course of human history. From ancient battles to modern-day conflicts, the strategies and tactics employed by military leaders have evolved significantly over time. Understanding these historical contexts, strategic approaches, and notable examples provides valuable insights into the complexities of warfare and its enduring impact on society. Moreover, the study of military campaigns also reveals the interplay between warfare and technology. The introduction of gunpowder revolutionized military tactics, leading to the decline of traditional cavalry charges and the rise of infantry formations equipped with firearms. The development of artillery changed the dynamics of sieges and open-field battles, allowing armies to breach fortifications that had once seemed impregnable. In the 20th century, the advent of mechanized warfare and air power further transformed military strategy, leading to new forms of conflict that emphasized speed, mobility, and the ability to strike from the air. Consider the impact of World War I, where trench warfare became a defining characteristic of the conflict. The static nature of the front lines led to a war of attrition, with both sides suffering immense casualties. The introduction of tanks, aircraft, and chemical weapons marked a significant shift in military technology, forcing commanders to adapt their strategies to the new realities of warfare. The lessons learned from World War I would shape military doctrine in the years to come, influencing the strategies employed during World War II and beyond. In the context of Ramesses II, his military campaigns were not only about territorial expansion, but also about consolidating power and asserting dominance over rival nations. His battles against the Hittites, particularly the famous Battle of Kadesh, exemplify the complexities of ancient warfare. Ramesses II's strategic use of chariots and his ability to rally his troops in the face of adversity showcased his leadership qualities. The aftermath of these campaigns often involved diplomatic negotiations, as Ramesses sought to secure peace treaties that would stabilize the region and enhance Egypt's standing among its neighbors. The Battle of Kadesh, fought around 1274 BCE, is often regarded as one of the largest chariot battles in history. Ramesses II faced off against the Hittite king Muwatalli II, and while the battle ended in a stalemate, it was a significant event that demonstrated the might of the Egyptian army. Ramesses' detailed account of the battle, inscribed on temple walls, serves as a testament to his military prowess and his desire to portray himself as a heroic leader. The peace treaty that followed, one of the earliest known in history, marked a shift in how military campaigns could lead to diplomatic resolutions, showcasing the importance of negotiation in the aftermath of conflict. As we reflect on the art of military campaigns and conquests, it is essential to recognize the human element involved. The soldiers who fought in these battles, the commanders who devised strategies, and the civilians caught in the crossfire, all played a role in shaping the outcomes of these conflicts. The stories of bravery, sacrifice, and resilience remind us that behind every military campaign lies a tapestry of human experiences, emotions, and aspirations. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves once more, as we gently bring our exploration to a close. The art of military campaigns and conquests, with its intricate strategies and profound consequences, continues to shape our world in ways both seen and unseen. Thank you for joining us on this tranquil journey through history. In addition to the military strategies and tactics, it is also important to consider the role of logistics in military campaigns. The ability to supply and move troops effectively can often determine the outcome of a conflict. For instance, during the Napoleonic Wars, the French army's reliance on rapid movement and supply lines allowed them to outmaneuver their enemies. However, logistical failures, such as the disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812, highlighted the vulnerabilities of even the most formidable armies. The harsh winter and stretched supply lines led to catastrophic losses for Napoleon's forces, demonstrating that even the best strategies can falter without proper logistical support. Furthermore, the impact of military campaigns extends beyond the battlefield. The cultural exchanges that occur as a result of conquests can lead to significant changes in art, language, and societal structures. For example, the spread of Hellenistic culture following Alexander's conquests introduced Greek art, philosophy, and governance to the regions he conquered, influencing local cultures and leading to a rich blend of traditions. Similarly, The Roman Empire's expansion facilitated the spread of Roman law, architecture, and engineering, leaving a lasting legacy that can still be seen in modern societies. As we consider the broader implications of military campaigns, we must also acknowledge the ethical dilemmas that arise from warfare. The consequences of conquest often include the subjugation of populations, the destruction of cultures, and the moral questions surrounding the justification of war. The debates over just war theory, which seeks to establish criteria for when it is morally permissible to engage in warfare, continue to resonate in contemporary discussions about military intervention in humanitarian crises. In conclusion, the study of military campaigns and conquests offers a multifaceted perspective on human history. It encompasses not only the strategies and tactics employed by military leaders, but also the cultural, logistical, and ethical dimensions of warfare. As we reflect on the lessons learned from past conflicts, we gain valuable insights into the complexities of human behavior and the enduring impact of military actions on societies throughout history. Let us carry these reflections with us as we continue our exploration of the rich tapestry of human history. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves in the ancient forests of Egypt, the gentle flow of the Nile River, and the warm embrace of the desert sun. In this serene setting, we delve into the architectural achievements of one of Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs, Ramesses II. His reign, spanning over 66 years, saw the creation of numerous temples, monuments, and statues that continue to inspire awe today. Let us explore these architectural marvels and their significance in the context of ancient Egyptian history. Ramesses II, also known as Ramesses II, or CC, was the third pharaoh of the 19th dynasty of ancient Egypt. Ascending to the throne at the tender age of around 25, he ruled from approximately 1279 to 1213 BCE. This period, often referred to as the New Kingdom, marked a zenith of architectural innovation and grandeur in ancient Egypt. Ramesses II's interest in architecture resulted in the creation of more monuments than any other ancient Egyptian pharaoh. His architectural endeavors were not merely expressions of his ego, but profound expressions of his devotion to the gods, celebration of his military successes, and efforts to secure his eternal legacy. Each structure he commissioned was imbued with meaning, serving as a testament to his power and divine right to rule. One of Ramesses II's most significant architectural achievements is the Ramesseum, a massive mortuary temple located on the west bank of the Nile in Thebes, modern-day Luxor. Imagine walking through the grand entrance, feeling the cool stone beneath your feet, and gazing up at the colossal statue of Ramesses II, which once stood 56 feet high. Though now in parts due to erosion and damage over time, the statue still evokes a sense of awe. The pylon of the Ramesseum is inscribed with images showing Ramesses II's victories over the Hittites in war, and the subsequent peace treaty that ensued, highlighting his military and diplomatic prowess. The temple complex also featured a vast courtyard and numerous chapels, each adorned with intricate carvings that depicted scenes of worship and offerings to the gods, emphasizing the pharaoh's role as a mediator between the divine and the mortal realms. Gently transitioning to another marvel, we find ourselves at the Temple of Abu Simbel, one of Ramesses II's most iconic architectural achievements. Located in Nubia, southern Egypt, This temple complex consists of two enormous rock-cut temples, the Great Temple of Ramesses II and the smaller Temple of Hathor. Picture the colossal seated statues of Ramesses II at the entrance, carved into the mountainside, standing as silent sentinels of his reign. These temples were meant to commemorate Ramesses II and his beloved wife, Nefertari. The Great Temple is particularly notable for its alignment with the sun. Twice a year, the rays of the sun illuminate the inner sanctuary, where the statues of Ramesses II and the gods are located, symbolizing the pharaoh's divine connection. In 1968, the temples were moved to higher ground due to the construction of the Aswan High Dam, ensuring their preservation for future generations. This monumental effort to relocate the temples showcased not only the importance of Ramesses II's legacy, but also the lengths to which modern Egypt would go to protect its ancient heritage. Next, we wander through the Karnak Temple complex in Thebes, where Ramesses II made significant additions and renovations. The most notable feature is the Great Hypostyle Hall, an immense columned hall with 134 massive columns. Imagine the cool shade provided by these towering columns, adorned with intricate hieroglyphics and reliefs, featuring Ramesses II's name and deeds prominently. This hall was used for religious ceremonies and rituals, showcasing Ramesses II's devotion to the gods and his role as a divine ruler. The sheer scale of the hall, with its towering columns reaching heights of over 10 meters, creates an atmosphere of grandeur and reverence, inviting visitors to reflect on the divine nature of the pharaoh's rule. Additionally, the temple complex was a center for worship and pilgrimage, drawing thousands of worshippers who came to pay homage to the gods and seek blessings. Continuing our journey, we arrive at the Luxor Temple, also situated in Thebes. Ramesses II contributed to the expansion and embellishment of this temple, adding the pylon and a large colonnade that features colossal statues of himself. The temple's grandeur and intricate carvings reflect the cultural and religious prestige of ancient Egypt during his reign. Imagine walking through the colonnade, feeling the presence of history in every step. The Luxor Temple was not only a place of worship, but also a site for the Opet Festival, a significant religious celebration that reinforced the connection between the pharaoh and the gods. During this festival, the statue of Ammonius was transported from Karnak to Luxor, symbolizing the divine union between the king and the deity, further solidifying Ramesses II's status as a god on earth. Ramesses II's architectural vision extended beyond temples. He established the city of Pyramus, also known as Ramesses, or House of Ramses, which served as his capital and administrative center. Located in the Nile Delta region, the city contained palaces, temples, and other structures. This new capital was strategically positioned to serve as a well-on route to gold mines in Nubia, highlighting the economic and military significance of the region during Ramesses II's reign. Pyramus was a bustling metropolis, complete with residential areas, workshops, and storage facilities, showcasing the administrative prowess of Ramesses II. The city was designed to reflect the power and glory of the pharaoh, with grand avenues lined with statues and temples, creating a lasting impression on all who entered. In the tranquil setting of Abydos, Ramesses II constructed the Temple of Abydos, dedicated to the worship of various deities, including Osiris. The temple featured impressive reliefs and an intricately carved royal list, that documented the names of his predecessors. This temple was used by Ramesses II to record the history of his reign and that of his ancestors, providing a wealth of knowledge for future generations on the accomplishments of these pharaohs. Abydos was considered a sacred site, and the temple served as a pilgrimage destination for those seeking to honor Osiris, the god of the afterlife. The elaborate burial practices and rituals associated with this site further emphasized the importance of the afterlife in ancient Egyptian culture, and Ramesses II's contributions to this legacy are evident in the temple's design and artistry. While Ramesses II's architectural achievements are unparalleled, his diplomatic efforts and military campaigns also played a crucial role in securing Egypt's borders and maintaining stability in the region. The Battle of Kadesh, fought against the Hittite Empire in 1274 BCE, was one of his most famous military campaigns. Although the battle did not produce a clear victory, Ramesses II's diplomacy led to the signing of the Treaty of Kadesh, one of the earliest recorded peace treaties in history. This treaty brought stability to the eastern Mediterranean and solidified Egypt's position in the region. The treaty was not only a testament to Ramesses II's military prowess, but also his ability to navigate complex political landscapes, ensuring peace and prosperity for his people. Ramesses II's religious impact on Egypt was significant. After reigning for 30 years, he celebrated the Sed festival, in which the king was turned into a god. This celebration reinforced his divine status and ensured that his son would rise to power following his death, without any challenges to the throne. The Sed festival was a grand affair, featuring elaborate ceremonies, feasting, and athletic competitions, all designed to showcase the pharaoh's vitality and strength. The people of Egypt worshipped Ramesses II as a god, further emphasizing his role in ancient Egyptian religion and culture. His temples and monuments served as focal points for worship, and his image was often depicted in divine contexts, reinforcing the belief in his godlike status. As we conclude our journey through the architectural achievements of Ramesses II, we are reminded of his vision, strategic genius, and devotion to the gods. His numerous temples, monuments, and statues continue to inspire awe and admiration today. From the towering temples of Abu Simbel to the grandeur of the Ramesseum, Ramesses II's architectural legacy stands as a significant chapter in ancient Egyptian history. His diplomatic efforts and military campaigns also contributed to Egypt's prosperity and stability during his reign. As a builder, warrior, and diplomat, Ramesses II left an indelible mark on Egypt's history, solidifying his status as one of the most prominent pharaohs of ancient Egypt. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves once more, the gentle flow of the Nile, and the warm embrace of the desert sun, as we reflect on the timeless legacy of Ramesses II. His architectural achievements are not just remnants of stone and mortar, they are enduring symbols of a civilization that thrived under his rule, a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of ancient Egyptian culture. As we gaze upon these magnificent structures, we are reminded of the power of human creativity and the desire to leave a lasting legacy for future generations. Moreover, Ramesses II's architectural legacy is not limited to the grand temples and monuments we often associate with him. His reign also saw the construction of numerous smaller temples and shrines dedicated to various deities, which played a crucial role in the daily religious practices of the ancient Egyptians. These smaller structures, often adorned with beautiful frescoes and intricate carvings, provided spaces for local worship and community gatherings, further embedding the pharaoh's influence in the lives of his people. In addition to religious structures, Ramesses II was also responsible for the construction of extensive infrastructure projects, including roads and irrigation systems. These developments were vital for enhancing trade and agriculture, which were the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. The improved transportation networks facilitated the movement of goods and resources, allowing for greater economic prosperity during his reign. The irrigation systems, on the other hand, ensured that the fertile lands along the Nile were adequately watered, supporting the agricultural practices that sustained the population. Ramesses II's architectural vision extended to the realm of urban planning as well. The city of Ramesses was not only a political center but also a model of urban design. The layout of the city, with its wide streets and organized districts, reflected the pharaoh's desire to create a thriving urban environment that could support a large population. This attention to urban planning demonstrated Ramesses II's understanding of the importance of infrastructure in maintaining a powerful and stable kingdom. Furthermore, the artistic styles that emerged during Ramesses II's reign had a lasting impact on ancient Egyptian art and architecture. The reliefs and carvings found in his temples often depicted scenes of daily life, religious rituals, and military victories, showcasing the skills of the artisans who worked under his patronage. The attention to detail and the use of vibrant colors in these artworks not only served to glorify the pharaoh, but also provided insights into the culture and society of ancient Egypt. As we reflect on the architectural achievements of Ramesses II, it is essential to recognize the collaborative efforts of the skilled laborers, architects, and artisans who brought his visions to life. The construction of such monumental structures required a vast workforce, and it is believed that many of these workers were not slaves, but rather skilled laborers who took pride in their contributions to the pharaoh's legacy. This collective effort highlights the importance of community and collaboration in the creation of Egypt's architectural wonders. In conclusion, the architectural achievements of Ramesses II are a testament to his ambition, creativity, and dedication to his people and the gods. His legacy is not only etched in the stone of his temples and monuments, but also in the hearts and minds of those who lived during his reign. As we continue to uncover the mysteries of ancient Egypt, the structures built by Ramesses II stand as enduring symbols of a civilization that valued artistry, innovation, and the divine connection between the pharaoh and the gods. The story of Ramesses II is one of grandeur, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to leaving a mark on history that would be remembered for millennia to come. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves in the ancient forests of Egypt, the gentle lapping of the Nile against its banks, and the warm, golden glow of the setting sun casting long shadows over the land. In this serene setting, we delve into the family and personal life of one of history's most remarkable figures, Ramesses II, often known as Ramesses the Great. Born in 1303 BCE to Pharaoh Seti I and Queen Tuya, Ramesses II's early life was steeped in the rich traditions and divine heritage of ancient Egypt. His name, Ramesses, meaning born of Ra, connected him deeply to the sun god, Ra, reflecting the belief that the pharaoh was a living representative of the gods on earth. His grandfather, Ramesses I, had risen from a vizier and military officer to the throne, setting the stage for Ramesses II's future greatness. Seti I, Ramesses II's father, was a unifier of Egypt, bringing together Upper and Lower Egypt after a period of fragmentation. This reunification provided a stable foundation for Ramesses II's reign. Queen Tuya, his mother, was not of royal blood, adding a unique dynamic to the royal family. She played a significant role in his upbringing, nurturing him with care and wisdom, instilling in him the values of leadership and responsibility that would define his rule. As we move through the corridors of time, we find Ramesses II's personal life characterized by multiple marriages and a large number of children. This was a common practice among Egyptian pharaohs, aimed at securing alliances and strengthening their rule through strategic marriages and family dynamics. The royal family was not just a personal unit, but a political entity, with each marriage serving to forge alliances with powerful families and regions. Queen Nefertari, Ramesses II's primary wife, held a special place in his heart. Imagine the grandeur of their relationship depicted in monumental inscriptions, where Nefertari is often shown beside Ramesses II, her beauty and grace immortalized in stone. She was not just a queen, but an active participant in religious and political affairs, often associated with the goddess Hathor. Her death was a profound loss for Ramesses II, who built a magnificent funerary complex for her, adorned with tomb paintings that remain among the highest achievements in ancient Egyptian art. The temple dedicated to her at Abu Simbel is a testament to their bond, showcasing her importance in both his life and reign. In addition to Nefertari, Ramesses II had several other wives, including Isetnofret, Mathor-Nefer, Bintenath, Merit-Amen, and Henetmire. Each of these women played significant roles within the royal court, contributing to the intricate tapestry of palace life. Some served as secondary wives, while others held important positions, ensuring the smooth functioning of the royal household. The relationships among these women were often complex, with rivalries and alliances forming as they navigated their roles within the palace. Ramesses II's legacy is also marked by his extensive progeny. Estimates suggest he had over 100 children, perhaps as many as 200. This vast family network served to strengthen his rule and secure alliances. Among his prominent children were Ammonius Herkhepshef, his firstborn son and designated crown prince, and Merneptah, who succeeded him as king and is known for the Merneptah stele, an important historical inscription. King Wiset, known as the priestly son, was deeply interested in history and archaeology, playing a role in restoring and preserving ancient monuments. His daughters, Bintenath and Merit-Amen, held prestigious positions, with Bintenath serving as a priestess in the Temple of Hathor, and Merit-Amen marrying her father, a practice aimed at maintaining royal bloodlines. The family dynamics of Ramesses II were complex, with his sons and daughters often entangled in the intricate web of Egyptian politics. Some sons rebelled, while others plotted for power. Despite these challenges, Ramesses II remained devoted to his family, ensuring they were provided for after his passing by appointing them as rulers or granting them lands. The political maneuvering among his children often reflected the broader struggles for power within the kingdom, showcasing the delicate balance of loyalty and ambition that characterized royal life. Ramesses II was a devout follower of the traditional Egyptian religion, promoting the worship of Amun-Ra, the chief deity of the Egyptian pantheon. He commissioned numerous temples dedicated to various gods and goddesses, leaving a lasting impact on religious practices. The twin temples of Abu Simbel, hewn out of solid rock, stand as a testament to his grandeur and engineering mastery. These temples not only served as places of worship, but also as symbols of his power and devotion, designed to impress both his subjects and foreign dignitaries. His reign also witnessed an extraordinary emphasis on historical documentation. Ramesses II commissioned inscriptions, reliefs, and obelisks that recorded his achievements, battles, and religious devotion. This focus on historical preservation has provided valuable insights into his life and times. The colossal bust of Ramesses II, known as the Younger Memnon, housed in the British Museum, is one of the most iconic sculptures from ancient Egypt, depicting him in a majestic and authoritative manner. These artistic representations were not merely decorative. They served to reinforce his divine status and the legitimacy of his rule. In addition to his political and religious duties, Ramesses II was known for his patronage of the arts. He encouraged the creation of literature, music, and dance, which flourished during his reign. The royal court became a center of cultural activity, where poets and musicians would gather to celebrate the pharaoh's achievements and the glory of Egypt. This cultural renaissance not only enriched the lives of the people, but also solidified Ramesses II's image as a benevolent and enlightened ruler. Ramesses II's legacy extends far beyond his military victories and architectural achievements. His family life and personal relationships played a crucial role in shaping his reign and securing his place in history. The intricate web of alliances and family dynamics reflects the complex nature of ancient Egyptian royal politics. Despite the challenges he faced, Ramesses II remained a beloved and respected leader, remembered for his dedication to his family and his people. In conclusion, the family and personal life of Ramesses II offer a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of ancient Egyptian royal society. His numerous marriages, extensive family, and cultural and religious influences all contributed to his enduring legacy as one of the greatest pharaohs in Egyptian history. As we reflect on his life, we are reminded of the delicate balance between power and family, duty and devotion that defined his reign. The story of Ramesses II is not just one of conquest and glory. It is also a narrative of love, loss, and the intricate ties that bind a family together in the face of the vast responsibilities of leadership. His life serves as a reminder of the human side of history, where personal relationships and familial bonds played a pivotal role in shaping the destinies of nations. Moreover, the impact of Ramesses II's family life extended beyond his immediate descendants. His daughters often married into other royal families, further strengthening Egypt's political alliances. This practice of intermarriage was a strategic move that ensured the stability of his reign and the continuity of the royal lineage. The marriages of his children were not merely personal choices, but carefully orchestrated events that had significant political implications. The legacy of Ramesses II's family can also be seen in the way subsequent pharaohs viewed their own familial relationships. His reign set a precedent for the importance of family in governance, influencing how future rulers approached their dynastic responsibilities. The emphasis on family loyalty and the intricate relationships among royal members became a hallmark of Egyptian monarchy, shaping the political landscape for generations to come. In the grand tapestry of ancient Egyptian history, Ramesses II's family life stands out as a testament to the interplay between personal relationships and political power. His ability to navigate the complexities of royal life while maintaining a strong familial bond is a remarkable aspect of his legacy. As we explore the life of this great pharaoh, we uncover not just the story of a ruler, but the narrative of a family that played a pivotal role in the history of one of the world's oldest civilizations. Additionally, the role of women in Ramesses II's family was significant, as they often wielded considerable influence behind the scenes. While the pharaoh was the ultimate authority, the queens and royal women were not merely passive figures. They actively participated in the governance and religious practices of the time. For instance, Nefertari's involvement in state affairs and her representation in temple inscriptions highlight the respect and power she held as Ramesses II's chief wife. This dynamic illustrates the importance of female figures in the royal court, who could shape policies and influence decisions. The relationships among Ramesses II's children also provide insight into the complexities of royal life. The competition for power among his sons was fierce, with each vying for favor and position within the court. This rivalry often led to tensions that could erupt into open conflict, reflecting the high stakes of royal succession. Ramesses II's careful management of these relationships was crucial in maintaining stability within the kingdom. He often appointed his sons to key military and administrative positions, ensuring they were prepared for leadership while also keeping them close to monitor their ambitions. Furthermore, the cultural practices within the royal family were rich and varied. Festivals, religious ceremonies, and public appearances were integral to their lives, allowing them to connect with the populace and reinforce their divine status. Ramesses II's family participated in grand processions and rituals that celebrated the gods, showcasing their role as intermediaries between the divine and the mortal realms. These events not only solidified their power, but also fostered a sense of unity among the people, who viewed the royal family as protectors of the land. In the context of ancient Egyptian society, the family of Ramesses II was emblematic of the broader cultural values of the time. The emphasis on lineage, divine right, and the interconnectedness of family and state was a defining feature of the era. The pharaoh's ability to maintain a large family while navigating the complexities of governance speaks to his skill as a ruler. His legacy, therefore, is not just one of monumental architecture and military conquests, but also of a family that embodied the ideals of ancient Egyptian civilization. As we reflect on the family and personal life of Ramesses II, we gain a deeper understanding of the man behind the title. His relationships, both personal and political, shaped his reign and left an indelible mark on the history of Egypt. The story of Ramesses II is a reminder that even the most powerful figures are influenced by the bonds of family, love, and the intricate dance of politics that defines human existence. In the end, it is this blend of personal and political that makes his life stories so compelling and relevant, echoing through the ages as a testament to the enduring power of family in shaping history. Moreover, the influence of Ramesses II's family extended into the realms of art and culture, as his children and wives often inspired artistic representations that celebrated their roles in society. The depictions of Nefertari in temple reliefs, for instance, not only highlighted her beauty but also her divine association, reinforcing the idea that the royal family was intertwined with the gods. This artistic legacy served to immortalize their contributions and solidify their status in the eyes of the people. The educational upbringing of Ramesses II's children also played a crucial role in their development as future leaders. They were trained in various disciplines, including military strategy, administration, and religious practices, ensuring they were well prepared to take on the responsibilities of leadership. This emphasis on education reflected the broader values of ancient Egyptian society, where knowledge and wisdom were highly regarded. In addition to their formal education, the children of Ramesses II were also exposed to the rich cultural heritage of Egypt. They participated in artistic endeavors, learning the skills of sculpture, painting, and music, which were integral to the royal court. This cultural immersion not only fostered a sense of identity, but also reinforced the idea that the royal family was the custodian of Egypt's rich traditions. The family gatherings and celebrations within the royal household were grand affairs, marked by feasting, music, and dance. These events served to strengthen familial bonds and create a sense of unity among the members of the royal family. They also provided opportunities for the pharaoh to showcase his power and generosity to his subjects, reinforcing the idea that the royal family was a source of stability and prosperity for the nation. As we explore the family life of Ramesses II, we also encounter the challenges that came with being part of such a prominent lineage. The pressures of royal expectations, the constant scrutiny from the public, and the ever-present threat of political intrigue created a complex environment for his children. Despite these challenges, Ramesses II's commitment to his family remained steadfast, as he sought to provide them with the best possible opportunities for success. In summary, the family and personal life of Ramesses II reveal a multifaceted portrait of a ruler who was deeply connected to his lineage and the cultural fabric of ancient Egypt. His relationships with his wives and children were not only personal, but also political, shaping the course of his reign and the future of the kingdom. The legacy of Ramesses II's family continues to resonate through history, reminding us of the enduring significance of familial ties in the realm of power and governance. As we reflect on his life, we uncover the intricate interplay between personal relationships and the responsibilities of leadership, a theme that remains relevant in the study of history and human experience. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves in the ancient forests of Egypt, the gentle flow of the Nile, and the warm embrace of the sun, as we delve into the religious contributions of one of Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs, Ramesses II. Known for his military prowess and architectural marvels, Ramesses II also left an indelible mark on the religious landscape of ancient Egypt. Let's explore his profound impact on Egyptian religion, his devotion to the gods, and the magnificent temples he constructed. In ancient Egyptian society, religion was the cornerstone of life, maintaining the balance and order of the universe. The concept of Ma'at, representing truth, justice, and morality, was deeply intertwined with the pharaoh's relationship with the gods. The pharaoh was seen as the living embodiment of the gods on earth, tasked with ensuring Egypt's prosperity and stability by honoring and appeasing the divine. Ramesses II's devotion to the gods was unwavering and multifaceted. He worshipped a multitude of deities, including Re-Horikti, Amen-Re, and Ta, among others. However, his primary focus was on Amen, the god of Thebes, whom he believed had played a crucial role in his victory at the Battle of Kadesh. This belief is evident in the significant amount of tribute he gave to Amen, reflecting his deep gratitude and reverence. His dedication to Amen was not just a personal belief, but a political strategy, as aligning himself with the most powerful deity of the time helped to legitimize his rule and strengthen his authority. One of the most notable aspects of Ramesses II's religious practices was his conduct of numerous religious rites and significant festivals. The Heb-Sed Festival, which marked the pharaoh's 30th year of reign and was celebrated every third year thereafter, was a particularly important event. This festival symbolized the pharaoh's rejuvenation and his continued ability to maintain Ma'at. Ramesses II celebrated a total of 14 Heb-Sed festivals during his reign, underscoring his commitment to upholding the divine order. These festivals were not only a display of the pharaoh's power, but also a means to reinforce the connection between the ruler and the divine, ensuring the populace's faith in his leadership. The construction of temples was a cornerstone of Ramesses II's religious contributions. These structures served as mirrors of his devotion to the gods, reflecting the pharaoh's chief deities and his role as a mediator between the divine and human realms. The temples were not merely architectural marvels, but also centers of worship and spiritual renewal. Historian N. Grimal notes that Ramesses II sought to anchor the restored monarchy firmly in the center of Egyptian religious faith and practice through his extensive building programs. His temples were designed to be awe-inspiring, drawing worshippers and pilgrims from across the land, thus reinforcing the centrality of the pharaoh in religious life. One of the most iconic architectural achievements of Ramesses II is the Temple of Abu Simbel, located in Nubia. This massive twin rock temple was carved into the face of a sandstone cliff and dedicated to the gods Re-Horikti, Ta, and Ammonius. The temple features colossal statues of Ramesses II at the entrance, each standing approximately 66 feet, 20 meters, high. The inner sanctuary contains intricately decorated chambers, with impressive relief carvings illustrating Ramesses II's military victories and his divine connections. The grandeur of Abu Simbel was not only a testament to Ramesses II's power, but also a statement of his divine right to rule, as the temple was designed to impress both his subjects and foreign dignitaries. Adjacent to the great temple of Abu Simbel, Ramesses II built a smaller but equally magnificent temple dedicated to his beloved wife, Queen Nefertari. This temple is adorned with statues of the queen and the gods Hathor and Mut, reflecting the pharaoh's deep affection for his queen and his commitment to honoring her memory through architectural achievements. The temple dedicated to Nefertari is particularly significant as it highlights the role of women in ancient Egyptian religion, showcasing how the pharaoh's love for his queen was intertwined with his religious duties. Ramesses II made significant contributions to the Luxor Temple in Thebes, an important religious and political center in ancient Egypt. He added a massive pylon, entrance gateway, which is one of the most recognizable features of the temple today. The pylon is flanked by colossal statues of Ramesses II, seated on his throne, showcasing his divine authority and reinforcing his role as a mediator between the human and divine realms. The Luxor Temple was not only a place of worship but also a site for important religious ceremonies, including the Opet festival, which celebrated the annual flooding of the Nile and the fertility it brought to the land. The Ramesseum, a vast mortuary temple on the west bank of the Nile in Thebes, was another significant architectural project undertaken by Ramesses II. This temple was built to honor the pharaoh and served as a place of worship and commemoration. The temple contains a colossal statue of Ramesses II in a recumbent position, a common depiction of pharaohs in death. The Ramesseum also features the remains of a gigantic statue of Ramesses II, which once stood 56 feet high, but now only parts of the torso and base remain. The Ramesseum was not only a testament to Ramesses II's greatness, but also a place where rituals were performed to ensure his safe passage into the afterlife, reflecting the ancient Egyptians' beliefs about death and the afterlife. Ramesses II continued the expansion of the Karnak Temple complex, one of the most significant religious sites in ancient Egypt. He added the colossal Great Hypostyle Hall, a forest of towering columns adorned with intricate hieroglyphics and reliefs. His name and deeds are prominently featured on the temple walls, underscoring his role in maintaining and promoting Egyptian religious traditions. The Karnak Temple was a vital center for worship and pilgrimage, and Ramesses II's contributions helped to solidify its importance in the religious landscape of ancient Egypt. After reigning for 30 years, Ramesses II celebrated the Sed Festival, an event that marked the pharaoh's transformation into a god. This festival was a significant milestone in the pharaoh's life, symbolizing his rejuvenation and continued divine authority. The Sed Festival was celebrated by the whole empire, reinforcing Ramesses II's status as a living god and ensuring his legacy beyond his mortal life. The rituals performed during the Sed Festival were designed to renew the pharaoh's strength and vitality, ensuring that he could continue to fulfill his divine duties. In addition to these grand festivals and temple constructions, Ramesses II also played a crucial role in the promotion of religious texts and inscriptions that documented his divine lineage and accomplishments. He commissioned numerous inscriptions that detailed his interactions with the gods, his military victories, and his role in maintaining Maat. These texts served not only as historical records, but also as religious affirmations of his divine right to rule. They were often inscribed in temples and monuments, ensuring that future generations would remember his contributions to both the state and the divine order. Moreover, Ramesses II's reign saw the flourishing of religious art, which was integral to the worship of the gods. The reliefs and paintings found in his temples depicted various deities, rituals, and the pharaoh himself in acts of devotion. This artistic expression was not merely decorative, it was a vital part of the religious experience, designed to invoke the presence of the gods and facilitate communication between the divine and the mortal realms. The vibrant colors and intricate details of these artworks continue to captivate historians and archaeologists today, providing insight into the spiritual life of ancient Egyptians. Ramesses II also recognized the importance of the priesthood in maintaining the religious practices of the time. He appointed high priests to oversee the temples and ensure that the rituals were performed correctly. This relationship between the pharaoh and the priesthood was essential for the stability of the state, as the priests acted as intermediaries between the gods and the people. By supporting the priestly class, Ramesses II reinforced the religious hierarchy and ensured that the worship of the gods remained central to Egyptian life. The impact of Ramesses II on Egyptian religion was profound and lasting. His extensive building programs and participation in numerous religious rites and festivals solidified his position as a pivotal figure in ancient Egyptian spirituality. The temples he constructed served as testaments to his devotion to the gods and his role as a mediator between the divine and human realms. His legacy continued to influence Egyptian religious practices long after his death, ensuring that his name remained etched in the annals of Egyptian history as a champion of Ma'at and a guardian of divine order. In conclusion, Ramesses II's religious contributions were multifaceted and far-reaching, reflecting his deep devotion to the gods and his commitment to upholding the divine order of ancient Egypt. His architectural achievements, including the temples at Abu Simbel, Luxor, and Karnak, stand as enduring testaments to his legacy in Egyptian religion. The said festival and his participation in various religious rites further underscored his role as a living god, ensuring that his impact on Egyptian spirituality would be felt for generations to come. The reverberations of his religious contributions can still be felt today, as they continue to inspire awe and admiration for the ancient civilization that revered him as a divine ruler. The intricate tapestry of his religious life, woven with devotion, artistry, and political acumen, remains a fascinating chapter in the story of ancient Egypt, inviting us to explore the depths of a civilization that thrived under the watchful eyes of its gods. Additionally, Ramesses II's religious contributions extended beyond mere construction and festivals. He also played a significant role in the evolution of religious thought during his reign. The period of Ramesses II saw a shift in the worship practices, with an increasing emphasis on personal piety and the individual's relationship with the divine. This was a time when the common people began to seek more direct connections with the gods, often through personal prayers and offerings. Ramesses II's temples, with their grand architecture and intricate artwork, served as focal points for these personal acts of devotion, allowing individuals to feel closer to the divine. Furthermore, the pharaoh's religious policies encouraged the integration of local deities into the broader pantheon of Egyptian gods. As Ramesses II expanded his empire, he encountered various cultures and their respective gods. Instead of imposing a singular religious framework, he often adopted and incorporated these local deities into the Egyptian pantheon, promoting a sense of unity and inclusivity among his subjects. This approach not only strengthened his role, but also fostered a sense of shared identity among the diverse populations within his empire. The religious contributions of Ramesses II also included the establishment of new cults and the revitalization of older ones. He was known to have promoted the worship of certain deities that had fallen out of favor, ensuring that their significance was not lost to history. This revival of interest in ancient gods was crucial in maintaining the cultural heritage of Egypt and reinforcing the idea that the pharaoh was the protector of all aspects of Egyptian life, including its spiritual traditions. Moreover, Ramesses II's reign was marked by a notable increase in the production of religious literature. The texts produced during this time often included hymns, prayers, and mythological stories that celebrated the gods and the pharaoh's divine role. These writings not only served as religious instruction for the populace, but also as a means of propagating the pharaoh's image as a god on earth. The dissemination of such literature helped to solidify the religious framework within which the Egyptians operated, ensuring that the worship of the gods remained a central aspect of daily life. In summary, Ramesses II's religious contributions were not limited to monumental architecture and grand festivals. His reign marked a significant evolution in the religious landscape of ancient Egypt, characterized by a more personal approach to worship, the integration of local deities, the revival of ancient cults, and the proliferation of religious literature. These elements combined to create a rich tapestry of spiritual life that resonated deeply with the people of Egypt, ensuring that the legacy of Ramesses II as a divine ruler would endure long after his passing. His impact on Egyptian religion was profound, shaping the spiritual practices of his time and leaving an indelible mark on the history of one of the world's most fascinating civilizations. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves in the ancient forests of Egypt, the gentle flow of the Nile River, and the serene whispers of history carried by the wind. Today, we will journey through the later years and death of one of Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs, Ramesses II. His reign, spanning an impressive 66 years and 2 months, left an indelible mark on history, filled with military campaigns, diplomatic endeavors, and monumental constructions. As Ramesses II advanced in age, his determination and vigor remained undiminished. Despite the passage of time, he continued to lead military campaigns and engage in diplomatic efforts. One of the most notable military endeavors during his later years was the defense against the Sea Peoples. These naval raiders posed a significant threat to Egypt's borders. Their repeated invasions like the relentless waves of the sea, eroding the stability of the land. Though they never fully conquered Egypt, their presence left the civilization vulnerable, a reminder of the ever-present challenges faced by the ancient kingdom. In the realm of diplomacy, Ramesses II's prowess was equally remarkable. He was a master of forging alliances and negotiating peace treaties. Perhaps the most famous of these is the peace treaty with the Hittite Empire in 1258 BC. This treaty, etched in both Egyptian hieroglyphs and Akkadian cuneiform script, stands as the earliest known peace treaty in world history. The story behind this treaty is a testament to Ramesses II's diplomatic acumen. The Hittite king, Adesili III, demanded the extradition of his nephew, Mursili III, who had sought refuge in Egypt after a failed bid for the throne. Ramesses II's response, claiming ignorance of Mursili's whereabouts, led to a diplomatic crisis. Yet, through years of negotiations, the two leaders reached an agreement, ending the conflict and establishing a lasting relationship between Egypt and Hatti. As we gently transition from the battlefield and diplomatic chambers, let us now explore the cultural and architectural achievements of Ramesses II's later years. His passion for building magnificent temples and monuments was unwavering. Among these, the Abu Simbel temples stand as a testament to his grandeur. Carved directly into the sandstone cliffs of southern Egypt, these temples feature colossal statues of Ramesses II, their imposing presence a silent guardian over the land. The temples were not merely architectural marvels, but also symbols of his military victories, and a means to ensure his continued worship after death. Another significant project was the Ramesseum in Thebes, a grand mausoleum for Ramesses II and his beloved wife, Nefertari. The Ramesseum, with its intricate designs and sculptures, showcased the advanced skills of ancient Egyptian architects and artists. It was a place where the whispers of history could be felt in every stone, a serene sanctuary of eternal rest. The Ramesseum also served as a center for religious activities, where priests would conduct rituals to honor the pharaoh and ensure his presence in the afterlife. In the twilight of his life, Ramesses II's personal struggles became more pronounced. Despite his numerous wives and concubines, his heart belonged to Nefertari, whom he married early in his reign. Her untimely death was a profound loss, leading to the construction of a magnificent funerary complex in her honor. The tomb paintings within this complex are among the finest in ancient Egyptian art, a tribute to a love that transcended time. Ramesses II's devotion to Nefertari was evident in the way he immortalized her in art and architecture, ensuring that her memory would endure alongside his own. Ramesses II's health, too, began to falter. He suffered from severe dental problems, arthritis, and hardening of the arteries. These ailments, compounded by his advanced age, significantly impacted his quality of life. Imagine the pharaoh, once a symbol of strength and vitality, now grappling with the frailties of the human condition. Yet, even in his suffering, he remained a figure of resilience and determination. His ability to adapt to his declining health was remarkable. He surrounded himself with trusted advisors and family members who helped him maintain control over the kingdom. The exact date of Ramesses II's death remains a topic of debate among historians. However, it is generally agreed that he passed away in his 90th or 91st year, around 1213 BC. His death marked the end of an era, a moment of profound transition for Egypt. Ramesses II was laid to rest in a tomb in the Valley of the Kings, specifically KV7. His burial chamber, adorned with elaborate paintings and sculptures depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology, was designed to ensure his safe passage into the afterlife. His mummy, later moved to a royal cache, was discovered in 1881 and now resides in the Cairo Museum, a silent witness to the passage of millennia. In the aftermath of his death, Egypt faced significant challenges. The power vacuum left by his passing led to internal conflicts within the ruling dynasty. The Sea Peoples continued to pose a threat, and the civilization remained weakened for several generations. Yet, despite these challenges, the legacy of Ramesses II endured. He was worshipped as a god by the Egyptians, his name synonymous with greatness. 9 more pharaohs took the name Ramesses in his honor, a testament to his enduring impact on Egyptian history. The reverberations of Ramesses II's reign were felt long after his death. His successors struggled to maintain the vast empire he had built, and the once mighty new kingdom began to experience a gradual decline. The economic and military pressures that followed his passing were significant, leading to a series of conflicts and challenges that would reshape the landscape of ancient Egypt. The loss of such a powerful leader left a void that would take generations to fill. In his later years, Ramesses II also faced the challenge of succession. He had many children, with estimates suggesting he fathered over 100 offspring. However, the question of who would inherit the throne became increasingly complex. His sons, including the notable Merneptah, were groomed for leadership, but the competition among them created tension within the royal family. This internal strife would have lasting implications for the stability of the kingdom after his death. As we conclude our journey through the later years and death of Ramesses II, let us reflect on the tapestry of his life. His military campaigns, diplomatic efforts, cultural achievements, and personal struggles weave together a story of resilience, determination, and enduring legacy. In the gentle whispers of history, the legacy of Ramesses II continues to captivate and inspire, a serene reminder of the timelessness of human endeavor. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves once more, the gentle flow of the Nile, and the serene whispers of history. As we leave the ancient land of Egypt, let us carry with us the calm and enduring legacy of Ramesses II, a pharaoh whose story will forever be etched in the sands of time. His life serves as a reminder of the complexities of leadership, the weight of legacy, and the enduring power of love and devotion that transcends even the boundaries of death. In the years following his death, the memory of Ramesses II was preserved through various means. Temples and monuments continued to be built in his honor, and his image was frequently depicted in art and sculpture. The Egyptians believed that honoring their pharaohs in life and death was essential for maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order. Thus, the rituals and ceremonies dedicated to Ramesses II became a vital part of the religious landscape, ensuring that his spirit remained a guiding force for the living. Moreover, the historical accounts of Ramesses II's reign were recorded by scribes and historians, ensuring that future generations would remember his achievements. The inscriptions on temple walls and monuments served not only as a record of his accomplishments, but also as a means of reinforcing his divine status. The narrative of his life became intertwined with the mythology of ancient Egypt, elevating him to a near-mythical status among the people. In the years that followed, the impact of Ramesses II's reign was felt in various aspects of Egyptian society. His military campaigns not only expanded Egypt's territory, but also brought wealth and resources that enriched the kingdom. The spoils of war allowed for further construction projects and the flourishing of the arts. The temples and monuments built during his reign became centers of worship and pilgrimage, drawing people from all corners of the empire to pay homage to their great pharaoh. The cultural legacy of Ramesses II also extended to literature and the arts. His reign saw a renaissance in artistic expression, with poets and artists drawing inspiration from his achievements and the grandeur of his monuments. The stories of his battles, his diplomatic triumphs, and his love for Nefertari were immortalized in poetry and song, ensuring that his legacy would be celebrated for generations to come. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Ramesses II, we are reminded of the profound impact that a single individual can have on the course of history. His reign was marked by extraordinary achievements, but it was also a time of great challenges and complexities. The story of Ramesses II is not just one of power and glory, it is also a tale of human emotion, love, loss, and the relentless passage of time. In the end, Ramesses II's legacy is a testament to the enduring nature of human ambition and creativity. His life serves as a reminder that while empires may rise and fall, the stories of those who shaped them continue to resonate through the ages. As we close this chapter on the later years and death of Ramesses II, let us carry forward the lessons learned from his extraordinary life, embracing the beauty and fragility of our own existence in the process. In the years that followed his death, the reverberations of Ramesses II's reign continued to shape the political landscape of Egypt. His successors, while striving to uphold his legacy, faced the daunting task of managing the vast empire he had built. The internal conflicts that arose among his heirs often led to power struggles, weakening the central authority that Ramesses II had so effectively maintained. The once unified kingdom began to fragment, with regional governors and military leaders asserting their independence, leading to a period of instability. The cultural and religious practices established during Ramesses II's reign also evolved in the years that followed. The worship of Ramesses II as a divine figure persisted, with temples dedicated to him remaining active sites of veneration. The rituals performed in his honor became more elaborate, reflecting the deep-seated belief in the pharaoh's continued influence over the living. This practice of deifying pharaohs was not unique to Ramesses II, but his exceptional achievements and the grandeur of his monuments elevated him to a status that few others could attain. As time passed, the historical narrative surrounding Ramesses II became increasingly embellished. His military exploits were recounted with a sense of grandeur, and his diplomatic successes were celebrated as pivotal moments in Egyptian history. The tales of his life were passed down through generations, often taking on a mythic quality that blurred the lines between fact and fiction. This transformation of his legacy illustrates the human tendency to elevate figures of great importance, creating legends that inspire and captivate. In the archaeological record, the impact of Ramesses II's reign is evident in the numerous artifacts and inscriptions that have survived. The temples, statues, and monuments he commissioned continue to be studied and admired, providing invaluable insights into the culture and society of ancient Egypt. The discoveries made at sites like Abu Simbel and the Ramesseum have shed light on the artistic and architectural innovations of the time, showcasing the advanced techniques employed by ancient builders. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Ramesses II, we are reminded of the profound impact that a single individual can have on the course of history. His reign was marked by extraordinary achievements, but it was also a time of great challenges and complexities. The story of Ramesses II is not just one of power and glory, it is also a tale of human emotion, love, loss, and the relentless passage of time. In the end, Ramesses II's legacy is a testament to the enduring nature of human ambition and creativity. His life serves as a reminder that while empires may rise and fall, the stories of those who shaped them continue to resonate through the ages. As we close this chapter on the later years and death of Ramesses II, Let us carry forward the lessons learned from his extraordinary life, embracing the beauty and fragility of our own existence in the process. Imagine the soft rustling of leaves in the ancient forests of Egypt, the gentle flow of the Nile River, and the warm embrace of the desert sun. Today, we embark on a tranquil journey through time to explore the legacy and historical impact of one of Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs, Ramesses II, often known as Ramses the Great. Ramesses II's reign, spanning over 6 decades from 1279 to 1213 BCE, marked a significant peak in Egypt's imperial power. His influence is felt through his military achievements, architectural wonders, diplomatic prowess, and cultural contributions. Let's delve into these aspects, one by one, to understand the profound legacy he left behind. First, let's gently explore Ramesses II's military achievements. Picture the vast, open landscapes of Nubia, Libya, and Asia Minor, where Ramses led numerous expeditions. One of his most notable military undertakings was the Battle of Kadesh, fought against the Hittite Empire in 1274 BCE. Although the battle ended in a stalemate, it showcased Ramses II's tactical proficiency and strategic foresight. Imagine the grandeur of one of the largest chariot battles in history, with over 5,000 chariots on each side, moving like waves across the battlefield. Despite the initial setback, Ramses II adeptly negotiated a peace treaty with the Hittite king Hattusili III. This treaty, known as the Treaty of Kadesh, is one of the earliest recorded peace treaties in history. It established a diplomatic relationship and a mutual defense pact between the two superpowers, ensuring peace in the region for several decades. Can you imagine the relief and stability this brought to the people of Egypt and the Hittite Empire? Ramses II's military campaigns also extended into Nubia and Libya, where he sought to expand Egypt's territory and secure vital trade routes. His efforts in these regions reinforced the Egyptian Empire's economic stability and further solidified his legacy through the enhancement of its military prowess. Picture the bustling trade routes, the exchange of goods, and the prosperity that followed. Now, let's gently transition to Ramses II's architectural wonders. Imagine the awe-inspiring sight of magnificent temples and monuments that continue to inspire wonder today. Ramses II was an extensive builder, and his architectural achievements are a testament to his grandeur and engineering mastery. One of his most famous projects is the Great Temple of Abu Simbel, located in Nubia. Picture the temple carved out of solid rock, with 4 colossal statues of Ramses II standing guard. The larger of the 2 temples was begun under Seti I, but was largely executed by Ramses II, while the other was entirely his creation. Imagine the serene atmosphere inside, with intricate carvings and statues that tell stories of the past. The temple was not only a place of worship, but also a statement of power, designed to impress and intimidate any who dared to approach. Ramses II also expanded the existing temple complex at Karnak, one of the largest temple complexes in the world. His contributions include the construction of the Great Hypostyle Hall, renowned for its impressive columns and intricate carvings. Picture walking through this hall, feeling the cool stone beneath your feet, and marveling at the towering columns that seem to touch the sky. The sheer scale of Karnak reflects the might of Ramesses II and the resources he commanded, showcasing the advanced engineering techniques of the time. The Luxor Temple, located on the west bank of the Nile at Luxor, was completed by Ramesses II. It features a grand entrance pylon and several other impressive structures. Imagine standing at the entrance, gazing up at the massive pylon, and feeling a sense of awe at the grandeur of ancient Egyptian architecture. This temple was dedicated to the rejuvenation of kingship and was a site for the Opet festival, which celebrated the annual flooding of the Nile and the fertility it brought. The Ramesseum, a funerary temple built by Ramesses II near Thebes, features a grand entrance pylon and several other structures, including a massive stone statue of the pharaoh. Picture the serene atmosphere of this temple, with the sun casting gentle shadows on the stone walls, and the distant sound of the Nile flowing nearby. The Ramesseum was not only a place of worship, but also a monument to Ramesses II's achievements, filled with inscriptions that celebrated his victories and divine status. As we move on, let's gently explore Ramesses II's diplomatic efforts. The Treaty of Kadesh, mentioned earlier, is a prime example of his diplomatic prowess. This treaty not only established peace between Egypt and the Hittite Empire, but also set a precedent for future diplomatic relations between ancient civilizations. Imagine the sense of relief and stability this brought to the people of both empires. In addition to the Treaty of Kadesh, Ramesses II contracted marriages with Hittite princesses, further solidifying diplomatic ties between the two nations. These marriages were not only symbolic but also practical, helping to strengthen alliances and prevent future conflicts. Picture the royal ceremonies, the exchange of vows, and the sense of unity these marriages brought. Such alliances were crucial in maintaining peace and stability in a region often fraught with tension. Ramesses II's reign was also characterized by significant cultural contributions. He was a prolific writer and left behind a wealth of inscriptions and documents that provide valuable historical and religious insights. These writings often depicted his military victories and architectural achievements, showcasing his grandeur and divine authority. Imagine reading these ancient texts, feeling a connection to the past, and gaining a deeper understanding of Ramesses II's reign. Ramesses II also promoted trade and economic development, which improved the standard of living for many Egyptians. His policies aimed at fostering a sense of national pride and unity, evident in the numerous temples and monuments he commissioned. These structures not only honored the gods, but also served as lasting reminders of his reign, solidifying his legacy. Picture the bustling markets, the exchange of goods, and the prosperity that followed as trade flourished under his rule. Despite the wealth of information available about Ramesses II's reign, very little is known about his personal life. His first and perhaps favorite queen was Nefertari, who died comparatively early in his reign. Her fine tomb in the Valley of the Queens at Thebes remains one of the most impressive tombs in Egypt. Imagine the serene beauty of her tomb, with its intricate carvings and vibrant colors, a testament to the love and respect Ramesses II had for her. Ramesses II had multiple queens, including Isenopher, Meridamen, and Matnefrur, the Hittite princess. He also possessed a large harem and took pride in his great family, which included over 100 children. The best portrait of Ramesses II is a fine statue of him as a young man, now in the Egyptian Museum of Turin. His mummy, preserved in the Egyptian Museum at Cairo, is that of a very old man with a long narrow face, prominent nose, and massive jaw. Picture the serene atmosphere of these museums, where the past comes to life through these ancient artifacts, allowing us to glimpse the life of a man who shaped history. Ramesses II's legacy extends far beyond his immediate impact. His reign influenced subsequent pharaohs and left an indelible mark on Egyptian history. He was seen as a symbol of strength, leadership, and divine authority, and his portrayal in art, literature, and modern media continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike. Imagine the enduring influence of his reign, shaping our understanding of ancient Egypt and its place in the broader context of world history. 9 kings of the 20th dynasty called themselves by his name, and even in the period of decline that followed, it was an honor to be able to claim descent from him. His subjects affectionately referred to him as Sisi, reflecting the high esteem in which he was held. Picture the reverence and admiration his subjects felt, a testament to his enduring legacy. His image and name became synonymous with power and prosperity, influencing the cultural memory of Egypt for centuries. Moreover, Ramesses II's legacy is not only confined to the realm of politics and architecture, but also extends into the arts. His reign saw a flourishing of artistic expression, with artisans and craftsmen producing exquisite works that celebrated his achievements in the divine. The reliefs and carvings found in his temples often depicted scenes of his military victories, religious rituals, and daily life, providing a rich tapestry of the era's culture. Imagine the vibrant colors and intricate details of these artworks, each telling a story of a civilization at its zenith. The impact of Ramesses II's reign can also be seen in the religious practices of ancient Egypt. He was a staunch supporter of the traditional pantheon of gods, and often portrayed himself as a divine figure, a living god on earth. This divine kingship was a crucial aspect of his rule, as it reinforced his authority and legitimacy. Picture the grand ceremonies held in his honor, where priests and worshippers gathered to pay homage to the pharaoh, solidifying his status as a mediator between the gods and the people. In the realm of literature, Ramesses II's reign inspired countless stories and legends that have been passed down through generations. His exploits were chronicled in various texts, including the famous poem of Pentor, which glorified his heroism at the Battle of Kadesh. This epic poem not only served to immortalize his military prowess, but also reflected the values and ideals of ancient Egyptian society. Imagine the excitement of listening to these tales, filled with bravery and divine intervention, as they were recited in the courts and gatherings of the time. As we reflect on the legacy of Ramesses II, it is essential to acknowledge the role of his successors in perpetuating his memory. Many pharaohs sought to emulate his achievements, adopting his name and style in an effort to align themselves with his greatness. This practice of Ramessesification illustrates the profound impact he had on the Egyptian monarchy and the desire of later rulers to be associated with his legacy. Picture the grand monuments and inscriptions that celebrated their connection to Ramesses II, ensuring that his name would endure through the ages. In addition to his political and military legacy, Ramesses II's impact on the economy of ancient Egypt cannot be overlooked. His reign was marked by extensive trade networks that connected Egypt with neighboring regions, including the Levant and Nubia. These trade routes facilitated the exchange of goods such as gold, silver, and luxury items, enriching the Egyptian economy and allowing for the flourishing of arts and culture. Imagine the vibrant marketplaces filled with merchants and traders, each contributing to the economic tapestry of the empire. Furthermore, Ramesses II's policies on agriculture played a crucial role in sustaining the population. The annual flooding of the Nile was vital for crop production, and Ramesses II invested in irrigation projects to maximize agricultural output. Picture the lush fields of wheat and barley, the lifeblood of the Egyptian economy, thriving under his reign. This agricultural prosperity not only fed the people, but also supported the construction of monumental architecture, as laborers were needed to build the temples and statues that would immortalize his legacy. Ramesses II's legacy also extends into the realm of education and knowledge. He was known to have established schools and institutions that promoted literacy and learning among the elite. This emphasis on education helped to cultivate a class of scribes and scholars who would preserve and transmit knowledge through generations. Imagine the bustling classrooms filled with eager students, learning the intricacies of hieroglyphics and the wisdom of the ancients, ensuring that the cultural heritage of Egypt would endure. Moreover, the artistic legacy of Ramesses II is evident in the craftsmanship of his time. The artisans who worked on his projects were highly skilled, and their techniques were passed down through generations. The quality of the sculptures, paintings, and reliefs from this period is a testament to the artistic innovation that flourished under his rule. Picture the workshops filled with artisans, chiseling away at stone, and painting vibrant scenes that would tell the story of their pharaoh for millennia. In the context of international relations, Ramesses II's reign marked a significant shift in how ancient civilizations interacted. His diplomatic strategies, including the establishment of treaties and marriages, set a precedent for future leaders. The concept of diplomacy, as a means to resolve conflicts and foster alliances, became more pronounced during his time. Imagine the intricate negotiations that took place, with envoys traveling between courts, carrying messages of peace and cooperation. As we gently close this chapter, let us carry with us the serene and profound legacy of Ramesses the Great, a timeless symbol of strength and grandeur. His life and achievements remind us of the remarkable civilization that flourished along the banks of the Nile, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire awe and admiration to this day. The echoes of his reign resonate through time, inviting us to explore the depths of a history rich with stories of power, artistry, and divine connection. Ramesses II's legacy is not merely a chapter in history. It is a vibrant tapestry woven with the threads of military might, architectural brilliance, cultural richness, and diplomatic finesse, forever etched in the annals of time. And with that, we conclude our exploration of the remarkable life of Ramesses II. I hope you've enjoyed this journey through history and found it both enlightening and relaxing. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to my top-tier patrons, Ander and Helena. Your support means the world to me. If you would like to support the channel and enjoy these videos without ads, for a more tranquil experience, you can find the link to our Patreon in the description below. I hope you've learned something new today while unwinding. Until next time, good night and sweet dreams.